There you go. All right, shalom, shalom. With the Hebrew Israelites coming out here to prophesy the downfall of America, which is modern day Babylon, spiritual Sodom in Egypt, the uprising of Israel, which consists of so-called Negro, Latino, Native elect, soon to be the elect. You know, foremost and always, we're going to give all praises to Yahweh. Barakatah Shai, double honors to the apostles, elders, bishops, great millstone. Salutations to the brothers, teaching word for the hope elect. Soon to be the elect, most high will, like we say, all across four corners to the hopeful extended elect, shalom, blessings, men, women, and children. Going to go into, hopefully it's edifying, prophecy must come in the end. You know, the end can't come unless prophecy come first, you know? So all those so-called Christians that was out there believing their pastor and anybody else, you know, religion or whatever, according to the scriptures, we got the truth. So, you know, you can't overlap prophecy. Get out of here, escape out of here. And the MOTB hasn't come there. Jacob's trouble hasn't come. They thought they was going to get a clean slate. That's what these Christians believe. Like, they ain't going to have no trouble before the end. You know, they think they're going to just sneak on a chariot. And a lot of them, like we said, a lot of them, shalom, brothers, sisters, a couple few sisters that's watching while y'all at the war, shalom, all the other rest of us brothers, they watching. You know, they trying to pull one, and you know, it's like they telling people that they can't. They telling their bosses that they can't be at the job and shit, but they didn't even tell him that he need to be out there in the rapture and shit. You know, so like the apostles were saying, Christians are selfish. You know, I don't know how many people we had at Mark Weaver or something like that, South African pastor. First of all, if they Hamites, they ain't getting beaten up for shit. Because that's not, the Most High is not their power, man. And he's not everybody's power.
They pulled up on that mountain like it was a bus stop or something.
Yeah.
I mean, out there just screaming, thinking they gonna get out of here.
I mean, we make references that we at the spiritual bus stop, but we ain't getting just be gathered and then it like, what was the rest of the world? Why didn't they include the Chinese Elamites and all that? Because this Elamite woman, she looked like an Elamite woman. She could have been Jacob. But she said she lost her job and gave her friends the car keys or whatever. Ended up going out there and she said, what does she do now?
That's just like Paul was saying, like, wouldn't you tell your friend to go with you?
Yeah. Right? Everybody, man. Not only your friends, everybody. So according to the Christian world, everybody. Yeah, man. He said, hey, can we make an announcement at the job? Like the date is coming that the rapture is here. So can we all just, y'all meet me at in the field? His boss would have been like, well, if you don't get to work, grab a box or whatever. Yeah.
Like, the Lord powerful. He can pick you up at the job. If it's like that.
Yeah. Like, so with that. But see, you giving them, oh yeah, you giving them ideas now. See that? I'll start saying that. Yeah. We knew God was going to get them at the job.
Like, yeah, and you got that one scripture in Matthew said one to be in the field, which is working. Yeah, and one be taken and one not. It ain't no specific designated area the Lord said He was going to get. He said He's going to get us when we were scattered.
And we might as well get that scripture, be occupied in prophecy. Since you mentioned it, this preacher wasn't occupied in prophecy. How you just going to sneak on the chariot? You try to sneak on the chariot without telling nobody. We saw your ass. Now it's on video and it's viral. Now everybody looking at him like. And then what did he do? He postponed it, man. Yeah, like a dumbass.
Yeah, let's try to get on the chariot with his Timberlands on. This is Sirach.
He would have had them people zap and Hey, Esau could have shot at them with drones and shit. Like, this is an easy target right here. Go ahead.
This is Sirach, Ecclesiasticus chapter 39, verse 1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High.
And they wasn't giving their law to the Most High. They can't, I mean, what y'all think they were? Y'all think they were real Hamites? I didn't really get to check out their spirit, but most of them.
There could have been some James people in there.
Yeah. South Africa is usually those other nations. Yeah. We really in West Africa. Yeah. No? Go ahead.
And is occupied in the meditation thereof.
Occupied in the meditation thereof, man. You gotta meditate upon these things day and night, hasten the day, that day to come. Some people are not hasting. He didn't warn the world. He didn't get on viral news. You know, he had a great following. He had a lot of people out there, but he didn't. The prophecy wasn't built up for him to, for people to know that he was waiting for beaming up. And then he might not even believe in chariots, like that Christian dogma says. But they just gonna be beamed up and in the air floating around and shit. Esau gonna shoot your ass down. You do that shit like that. It's gonna be in the fathership, man. Mm-hmm. And the Yahweh Shai they act like he's coming. He coming for revenge. He coming for, he coming to get here. They act like he's coming and they're just gonna go off and leave Esau here and to ride away or something. Nah, he coming to get Esau, man. Go ahead.
Well, seek out the wisdom of all the ancient.
All the ancient. That means really. That means the apostles, because they got the ancient wisdom of the world. Most High, dealing with them as an ancient. Word come from the heaven. And the ancient of days deal with his men, deal with select men, and we know as the elect. He didn't believe in the elect. I don't think he ever said, I ain't never watched the video, but I know he wasn't following the commands of, or he wasn't following the Bible, because he wouldn't have been out there. See, Christians want to do all this fuck shit and then just want to be beamed up, you know what I'm saying, on a certain day and shit. Then he got another post voting and shit. And if people don't, instead of simple believing they were, people don't still be believing in him. Like what? Blind leading to blind. Both of them fall into a ditch. And he's a celebrity to people, I guess. How people believe in celebrity. That's why any Israelite that got a celebrity following, a celebrity persona, they like, oh, I'm gonna join that. And he's Most High is dealing with him. Yeah.
And be occupied in prophecy.
Occupied in prophecy, like your occupation, like your real job. Going to work, doing the video. Being around the brothers. Sharing information, bringing up new information. That could be beneficial. Because the core of this thing is already here, man. It's just bits and pieces and shit. Because they're starting to do new shit, which is really not that new. There's nothing new under the sun.
Appreciate it.
Go ahead, wait, what you got? You got something? Go ahead.
It's Matthew 24, verse 36. It says that this is Yahweh Shai speaking. But of that day and hour knoweth no man.
Yeah, no man. You can't set a date. You can't set a calendar date. Man-made date. He says his thoughts are not like man's thoughts. You can't have a date. Oh, okay, August the 25th, we're gonna be out there. He's gonna show up. How you gonna tell the Most High when he's gonna show up? When he's gonna send his son to show up?
His son don't even know.
Yeah, his son don't even know. Go ahead.
Yeah, it says, but of that day and hour knoweth no man.
Knoweth no man.
No, not the angels of heaven.
Not even the angels of heaven, man. See, that's what the mess That's what makes one of the things that makes the Most High the Most High. He charges angels with folly. Shit, if he tells his angels, they probably fool around. Oh, what? I accidentally blew up America. It wasn't time yet. He gonna give them orders, and his perfect time. He says he made everything beautiful in his time, boy.
It says, but my Father only.
But my Father only, not even Yahweh Shai, but his Father only. You're messing like this on the one day. So you got, that, and that's Christian. That's what Christians do. They believe everywhere they pastor, but they haven't been doing the scripts, man. You know they haven't been doing the scripts. If you're a Christian, according to this world, you haven't been doing the scripts because they haven't been following the Bible.
Because they don't have that. They didn't give themselves the opportunity to really gain the knowledge. To really seek the Lord. And that's what it takes. You got to have a period of time where you don't got a lot of stuff going on, so you can really understand what the scriptures are saying.
Got another one. Was that it on that, John?
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, you got another. It said, can't think of it right now. Go ahead.
It's Sirach chapter 38, verse 24. And it reads, the wisdom of a learned man cometh by opportunity of leisure. So, you
have leisure time to get this truth, to get information, to get, get this light. Then it says you're gonna use it, man. Go ahead. You got something to add to it?
and he that have little business shall become wise.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You got these, these Christians who went to the rapture. They didn't have any. They didn't set any time for the Lord to really get to understand who the Lord was. They didn't go read it for themselves. They didn't go around and really understand what it's saying, man. And that's how you know these Christians, they more worldly than what they say they are. They just,
it's like that little Red Riding Hood syndrome. They know Red Riding Hood, and they just want to be snuggled in bed with the wolf, be read a bedtime story. And the pastor is the wolf. She's told them. They want to be spoon fed and read a bed. This ain't no bedtime story, man. It's more like wake your ass up. It's this shit happening, man. We keep telling you things happening, man. I don't know where he just popped out of nowhere. When you would have heard about it all across the world, like even Yahweh Shai said his fame grew and everybody knew across, That's how you know he was Solomon too, because Solomon, his fame grew. The woman that, what was that? Was it Queen Sheba that came and heard him? She said, I heard of all that of your wisdom across the land. But it's, and it says, don't put your light under a bushel. So everybody was supposed to know about this guy. I mean, I didn't get the message. They would have left me out. I would have been mad. Like, damn, y'all motherfuckers didn't come by and tell me shit. They try to sneak in the forest and shit, in the wilderness, sneak off and try to. Maybe they thought they would, and it was mostly women. I see mostly women, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe those was his hoes. I don't know. Go ahead.
And when you jump to 33, this is why you don't see anything when it comes to prophecy. They're not speaking about it. Because they too busy working in the world, man. They ain't really take the time to really learn about who Yahweh Shai was.
Yeah, because Yahweh Shai, when he was on earth, he said, shall I not be about my father's business? They were trying to get him into some worldly shit. And when he wouldn't follow the worldly shit, they tried to get him into the law of Moses. Because they wasn't really following the laws of Moses. They don't really follow this book, man. Go ahead.
This is Sirach chapter 38, verse 33. They shall not be sought for in public council, nor sit high in the congregation. They shall not sit on the judge's seat, nor understand the sentence of judgment. It just goes in the workers and the ambu. So I just, went to the but yeah, they're not going to be found where the prophets are at. They're not going to be found where the understanding of judgment has to come on this place before anybody gets to leave here. Swift judgment. Yeah, it's got to come from the Most High.
And this is why. That's why a lot of jakes out here. They looking for the Lord to come. In a fashion that the scriptures don't, impart unto us. Because that's what it say. 1 Corinthians 5th chapter. The day of the Lord shall come upon him as a thief in the night.
Yeah.
So it's that day is sneaking up on them because they looking in the wrong direction, man. They searching for his coming, but they not looking for it in the right place. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's that day is creeping up on them.
And what about the World War III? They trying to escape before World War III break out and stuff like that.
It ain't happening.
Yeah, they trying to escape before, like you said, the MOTB. They're trying to escape before the testing that they supposed to go through. So we gonna just be left and get tested and shit?
Yeah. Revelation 3:10 is all about trying the believer's faith, man. Yeah. Going into that day of judgment, the great trial. The MOTB. Yeah. Like, how you gonna claim you love the Lord? You the only one that get tested. How you gonna know if you really believe in the Lord?
Get that scripture, woe to them that desire the day of the Lord.
Then I'll finish grabbing that. But yeah, it's a little bit. They cannot declare justice and judgment, and they shall not be found where parables are spoken.
Yeah, that's why they don't get it.
That's why they don't get it, man. They don't know. And it's not that necessarily. In a sense, the Lord don't want them to know where to look because they don't really love the Lord, man.
You imagine if Most High gave his spirit and gave his parables to everybody. You know how bunched up this place would be, man. How everybody would say they somebody and they David and they Moses and all that. Go ahead.
It's Amos chapter 5, verse 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord.
Yeah, woe means destruction. Woe to you that desire the day of the Lord. They was designed the day of the Lord. And they looked through the trees and shit, and the sun was shining, and they thought that was the Son of God. Turned out to be a beam in their eyes. Woe to you that desire the day of the Lord. Go ahead. So a lot of these Christians got that, they got that picture, man, in their mind, like, and all arms out. That Esau's gonna stage a coming of the Son of God. He got Project Bluebeam. All he had to do is put an astral projected chariot up there, and they're gonna walk upstairs in that motherfucker. And vanish like the Bermuda Triangle.
It says, to what end is it for you?
What end is it for you? Go ahead.
The day of the Lord is darkness, not light.
Oh, I thought it was a happy day. The greatest day of their lives, where everybody's gonna be happy and joyous. They don't even believe that we're gonna have Esau in slavery. They don't even talk about that. These other nations in slavery, they never talked about Edom. We in the front lines. We in the battle right now, man. They trying to escape the battle, man. Christians don't even fight sins no more. They just like let the Lord handle it. What did it say? Fight the good fight. Go ahead. So it's darkness and gloominess. It's not light, man. Go ahead.
It says, as if a man did flee from a lion.
Oh, flee from a lion. So imagine you fleeing from a real lion on foot. And you man, growling at you. And he's like, let that nigga go. He's gonna run into that bear and shit.
And
Go
that-
ahead.
And like you said, you know, these prophecies have to take place first. Like this is a prophecy too.
And it's kind of like twofold because it said Esau Edom, so-called white man, was a roaring lion.
Yeah.
So it could be a real lion or it could be Esau Edom, so-called white man after all. You know,
So it says,
Well, when Jacob trouble comes, it's gonna get full effect.
it's gonna be a little mix of both of them, man. Some other creatures that we ain't never even seen. You know,
Go ahead.
it said, as if a man did flee from a lion,
So you fleeing from a lion, go ahead.
and a bear met him.
And the bear met you, man. Like that's one nightmare to another nightmare. That's like waking up. Like we give an example of Jacob's trouble all the time. Many examples of Jacob's trouble. You all like, because you got to get some sleep. You on your second day instead of Jacob's trouble. You need sleep. Then you're gonna wake up thinking that it's like, damn man, I was having a nightmare. Then a bear gonna come growling at your door. You're gonna be like, damn.
well, or it could be them damn Russians.
Yeah,
Because they gonna be all through here too, man.
yeah. Go ahead.
It's so much different stuff gonna be happening.
He said, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall,
Lean into a wall. Hand into a wall. Go ahead.
and a serpent bit him.
Serpent bit him. So that's what's gonna happen with Jacob's trouble. He's gonna be trying to squirmish his way out of these major events, and then he's gonna run into a hole. And like we said, there's sleeper cells here. There's Russian troops here. You know, this whole Edomite, the brother was saying he walking to and fro on the earth, see, like a roaring lion, seeing who he may devour. It's gonna be militias out here. It's gonna be units. What do you call them? The SWAT teams. But there's gonna be tankers.
Yep.
There's gonna be retired military men that's gonna get back out there and
Yep.
shit.
And they gonna come together as a little group to survive. It's gonna be them searching the house with the sword. You're gonna have these damn YN robots. Talk about some shut your bitch ass up. You know that one robot, he always say that shit.
Yeah.
Everywhere you go. They gonna be out here beat motherfuckers up.
Yep.
Beat motherfuckers up who was kicking them and laughing at them.
It talks about when
It's gonna be crazy.
it talks about when a lion is hungry, who shall paraphrase and get in the way of that lion. You know, stopping that lion when he's hungry. You gotta get in. So, you know, every man is gonna be hungry like to a lion, man, a young lion and shit. And Jake gonna rouse up too. You know, they're gonna rouse up too. Who shall rouse him up? But it's gonna be Jake don't got his pocket, so he ain't thinking with a full deck. But the most High gonna use him too. Go ahead. So, you know that?
Oh, it's one more. He said, shall not the day of the Lord be darkness
Darkness
and not light?
and not light. Because all these fluffy white Christians, fairy tale Christians and shit, they light on their toes, they be like, oh, Jesus. You know they was picturing Jesus when they was talking about that. They wasn't picturing Yahweh Shai. Because if they were, they'd be like, well, hold on. No man know at the time, man. Not even his son. So they were definitely in the wrong place, the wrong time, going off in the wrong day, in the error of their ways. So it's not going to be like the darkness, gloominess. Go ahead.
And you know, it was the one that started this fucking rumor. I mean, not rumor, but this rapture coming on the 23rd. It was a fucking woman. You know, so
But
what the scripture say? They women, they don't got it, man.
Like,
Women don't have wisdom. They don't have.
go ahead.
you know how they use them. They always use the same propaganda, the same. They put it around the same time.
You know, remember sorcery of they used to have those psychics and shit. Little I don't even know what to call them, man. But you know, trashed out psychics and shit. Miss Cleo and all them. They didn't predict nothing about no COVID. They didn't predict, you know, the World War III coming. That's on the brink of. They didn't predict the economy was going down. You know, so all those are you know, they small, but that's the type of shit that America believes in. The type of shit that women believe, like you say. You know, these women and anybody can just, you know, think of something in their mind like, oh, I had a revelation, I had a dream. Now, you can have a dream and it can relate to real mystic prophecy. A lot of people didn't have a dream about the world being destroyed, America being destroyed. That's going to happen. A lot of people had a dream of chariots in the air, blocking out the sun. That's going to happen. So, with all that other folly and shit, what did it say? Get that scripture right there that said dreams left up the food.
Yeah, because they have this they think they have this unction from the Most High because they be using them numbers. They try to use these they got these things called angel numbers. They try to use the 222 and they think that's the Lord talking to them, man.
Yep.
That's why they believe in. As soon as they put a date that surround their numbers that they believe in, now there's a whole bunch of people standing outside thinking like this is a prophecy from the Lord. No, man.
Well,
The prophecy is way more in depth.
Like we
man.
said, they use a numeric system, man. Everything is numeric and shit.
Yep.
The numbers of the COVID death, the day that CK died and shit.
Yeah, all this stuff is mapped out.
Yeah, and it says, what did it say too? I lost it, big. Go ahead. Dreams left up.
Yeah, Ecclesiastes, also known as Sirach, chapter 34, verse 1. It says, the hopes of a man void of understanding.
The hopes of men void of understanding. Go ahead.
Are vain and false.
Are vain and false. Go ahead.
And dreams lift up fools.
And dreams lift up fools. So you got a personal dream and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not even biblical. It's not even according to biblical proportions, man. You got a funny dream and shit. Yeah, I believe, you know what I'm saying, that, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, everybody gonna be caught up and see, you know, the people that's gonna be below, it's gonna be like in a cage and shit. And people on above, it's gonna be like they're gonna be floating in clouds. So, you know, and then you like, yeah, that's that red fish ruthless shit. I ain't listening to no dream like that. But there have been serious dreams where Most High said that he talked to people in dreams. He talked to Joseph in a dream. You know? He talked to Nebuchadnezzar through a dream. And he had to have interpreted. So he do communicate with men through dreams and visions, parables and dark sayings, but you got, you know what I'm saying? It can't be no foolery and all that.
And it's scary because just because you got a dream for the Lord doesn't necessarily mean he's dealing with you. He gave Nebuchadnezzar one of the biggest dreams concerning prophecy. He wasn't even damn Israelite. So just because you got a dream don't mean that you're gonna make it up out of here, man. Yeah. That's why I lift up fools. Like they think that they somebody special now because the Lord put a dream in them. You just a news broadcaster.
Like
basically.
I dreamed I was King David. How you know that was King David? That could have been one of his mighty men.
Like you just knew what he looked like and everything.
Yeah.
He had one of like the game attack was over his head. Said King David on.
Yeah, you know, or he had a badge.
Player, man.
A badge with King David on it. One of them plastic badges.
Oh,
you having a bordery or something? No.
Oh, Jake, get with it, man.
And even if they did, hey, what did it say? Most High said the deceiver and deceiver is his. It said deceived and deceiver is his. He said he gave them up to strong delusion, that they believe a lie. So they could look stupid. So everybody could be like, you know what? Now everybody seen when we was talking, nobody believed us, right? But when he was talking, they believed him. But then they don't got nowhere to go. Well, that's y'all's asses, man. Because we've been, apostles have been out there, starting with Apostle God, 40 plus, and diligent in studies, diligent in occupied in prophecy. I'd rather believe a man like that than, you know what I'm saying? Than somebody just, and God said this, well, prove it. Hey, get him out of here. He's the devil. As soon as you ask the question, you know, as soon as your soul salvation is concerning the question that you have, you're like, hey, get him out of here. You know, like this for myself. I'm really trying to figure some stuff out, man.
You never know. You know, so just going into the simple stuff. You know, this is the stuff that's not a dream, man. This stuff gonna happen right here. You know. Okay. Matthew chapter 24, verse 7.
That other prophecy. What's that other prophecy he said? And we can get that one with Bahyard. It says Matthew 5:10.
Matthew 5:16. I'm gonna get that one first.
18, 16.
This is Matthew chapter 5, verse 16. No, verse 18.
I thought it was 16.
Just say, let your light shine before me.
Yeah, well, the thing that I came to destroy the law. Start there. And this is Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. You can't get above prophecy. You breaking the rules with Yahweh Shai, man.
This is Matthew chapter 5, verse 17.
Like even the Legion, I think those spirits. They said, "Have you come to torment us before our time?" Because everything got a time. Everything is in order with the time. It's like, there's certain demons that exercise stuff, and they know that it ain't gonna end. The world ain't gonna end because prophecy has to play out. Like I'm gonna fuck with him a little bit more tomorrow and shit. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
This is Matthew chapter 5, verse 16 or 17.
Hey, Salaki, but Satan had a time with Job. Most High said, "Do anything but take his life." So he's like, man, I got time to work with on this man. So everything got a process of time.
This is Matthew 5, verse 17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law.
Yeah, Yahweh Shai said he come not to destroy the law, man. That means the law still exists to the best of our ability. The law one day is going to be fulfilled in us, but we're going to be perfect and sinless. You cannot keep the law perfectly in this damn place, man. It's impossible. Everybody want to be the, a Superman with an S on their cape, on their garment, man. Go ahead.
Or the prophets.
He didn't come to destroy the prophets. Israel does, though. Them that kill is the prophets, man. That stone is the prophets. Woe unto them. Because the Most High sent the prophets, man. He sent the apostles. Go ahead. So he didn't come to destroy the law or the prophets, man. Go ahead.
I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
Yeah. Even when he so-called passed, the fulfillment of that example was set. But where you gotta do that now and follow the law to your best ability. He didn't wrap it all up in a bag and say, "Yep, it's fulfilled," and take it to my Father. And now we're in heaven. Now nobody has to do anything no more. Go ahead.
Verse 18, for verily I say unto you,
go ahead,
till heaven and earth pass,
go ahead,
one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law.
One tittle, one jot shall not pass from the law, not one iota, you know what I'm saying? Not one yard, that little thing that goes up on the iota.
Yeah, so I mean, every prophecy must got to come to pass.
Yeah.
Till all be fulfilled.
Man. They skipped
the famine of the word ain't even happened yet.
They try to cheat the prophecy.
That's what we were saying yesterday. That America's about like they just want to microwave the shit, man.
Yeah.
It's got to be slow cooked. You know?
Yeah. And how you gonna just be one pastor or whatever that put that into play. You don't even have a what did it say? When the men that came together in the name of the Lord, the Holy Spirit that came upon them, mighty was it that fell upon them to decipher and to, you know what I'm saying? As they were moved by the Holy Spirit. You know? What say, dwell with your brothers in unity. I would have had to stop in my tracks and be like, you know what, y'all, this don't seem right. Even if it was 500 of them, they're like, oh, you called us out. It's like Moses. You called us out here, Moses, to die. You called us out here to get beamed up, and he ain't beamed up. But he's a false prophet. Moses was doing Israel a great deed by staying away from this wicked ass world and shit. Go ahead.
This is you already done with that? This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 8, verse 63. Behold, O Lord, thou showed me the multitude of the wonders which thou wilt begin to do in the last time, but at what time thou hast not showed me.
You know, we know we're in the end time, but we don't know the exact end time that button is gonna be pushed with the Most High.
So you can't believe these people when they saying the rapture is on this date. He didn't even show Esdras, you know, and he had to fast 7-day periods just to get the vision, but they didn't even give him the time. You know, the Lord didn't even give him the time. How this buckethead preacher, we don't even know who this dude is, man. How he know? Yeah, you know. This is chapter 9, verse 1.
And it said that, right? It said many false Christ should come.
Yep, that's why I was gonna go into that Matthew, you know, the stuff, you know. Go back to it. This is chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself.
Yeah, measure the time diligently in itself. Man. You know, like Yahweh Shai, when he was on earth, he said, don't you see the sky lowering and you could discern the face of the sky, but not the face of the time of the end? You know, Most High gives us measurement of things. The prophecy that's taking place, the war that's building up, it said it's going to be wars and rumors of wars, but the end is not yet.
Not yet.
Then it said that it's going to be published across the four corners, then the end shall come. But the prophecies is within that play in as a whole, because this stuff is going to happen simultaneously.
Yep. And it says out of those things, the righteous will scarcely be saved. So that means you're going to have to be here. Like, we're going to have to be here.
Yeah. You're going to have to get saved from something.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the stuff that you're going to get saved from, Most High will, you know, we get saved, it's going to be on earth. It ain't going to come, you know, it's going to be something happening. You ain't just going to be in the middle of a field and ain't nothing happening.
Yeah, and to be also considered a judge, you know, we come to serve Yahweh Shah because we want to be judges, man. Yeah. And how you gonna be a judge if you never see execution of judgment? Yeah, you gotta be here to see that, man.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you haven't prepared nobody. It says, you know, to become judges, to do discernment with your spiritual eye. You haven't taught your congregation that. Because like we said, if you did, they wouldn't even been out there. They would have had wisdom, like Pastor, you know, it says in the scriptures. Hey, you know.
Yeah, it says right here, it said we don't know what time it is. Yeah. Even if they don't read the Apocrypha, it's in Matthew, just like we was reading earlier. Nobody knows the time whenever the Lord is going to come back. And before he come back, it's going to be a lot. This place going to be damn near through, man. All you're going to have is this word left to believe in. There ain't going to be nothing else for you to stand on.
Yeah, you think back in Noah's Ark, you think if they knew this the very day, what do they say? And they didn't know, and they still sin into the very time that the rain came upon the earth. But you know what? If they knew the time, they'll do it right into that. They'll still do the same thing. They'll do it sin right into that day. Oh shit! Today is the Lord's day. You just committed adultery and everything last night. Oh, tomorrow I gotta clean my house. I gotta get everything out. I can't sleep around. I can't sleep around with nobody's wife on that day.
And that's how they do. Even when they got inspections at work and stuff, They get told like a week before, yeah, we coming. And then okay, we've been out just bullshitting the whole year. Now we gotta get everything clean and shit.
Yeah.
That's how they be doing this shit out here, man. That's not how the Lord gonna work, man.
Sweeping everything under the rug.
Oh,
when
man.
your parents come home. You like,
no, it's gonna be a surprise inspection from Yahweh Shema Shah.
It's doing that now through the prophets. Through the house of David. It's constantly being cleaned. Constantly being kept up. Swept and garnished. Because what? We're preparing for the wedding. You know?
And then that wouldn't matter. That wouldn't matter anyway if they was to do continue to sin and then try to get right at the club.
Because the Lord knows your heart. He knows you really didn't care.
Because what it say in Proverbs, what it say, like speaking about, like you just saying, like you just been in adultery. Yeah. Okay, you try to get right a year later before. It's still in Proverbs, man. What chapter is that? When he's talking about adultery, it said that approach will not be wiped away. So ain't no day of atonement, none of that don't wipe that sin away. That's a sin unto death. So you're gonna have to pay for that.
Yeah, and that's why we even read the book of Judges. It talked about how a lot of Israelites, they were doing stuff like that and having the sacrifice offerings already set up.
That's why
already set up, and then Lord's like, I'm gonna do away with all that shit because y'all ain't really sincere, man.
Yeah, that's why it talks about going back in the Apocrypha when it talks about wickedness sown in Adam's heart. When you sow something, it's like if you knit like a woman sewing
you can't just tear that out.
You can't unravel that just like right away. It takes time like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
So we got impurities that need to get up out of us still, man.
Yeah.
Okay. I know we're gonna Most High will. We promised us new bodies. You gotta fight the faith. And said, he that endured to the end, the same shall be saved. They didn't do nothing. These Christians are on pillows and shit and resting in hallways, eating ice cream and Kool-Aid and drinking Kool-Aid. And then they got a Bible class with their kids just so they can fool around with the adults and shit. Go ahead.
And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, verse 2, then thou shalt understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And that's going to be destruction, man. That's why we see in floods. We see in earthquakes.
Yeah, that's what it said. That's how the Most High, scriptures say the Most High will visit through earthquakes, through these things, the events happen. Because they said, hey, they say, and they've been blasphemous, man. They've been lying, talking about his mother nature, man. See, the so-called white man don't believe in the Most High, man. He'll call it mother nature. He'll call it everything. He'll call it a woman before it is a man, man. And a man is the originator, man. He's a procreator. And they'll skip him and skip the whole seed and go straight to the where the seedless, man. Even in your knowledge, you're supposed to lay a seed that's able to grow in a man's soul and mind. That's why I said the seed that was in Adam's heart was grown wickedness. Well, we got to Most High. You got to unravel that seed through the Yahweh Yahushua. It takes time. You can't just say, "I'm ready, Lord." No, I'm not ready, Lord. I need more working.
Yeah, but because the fear of the Lord is the fear of the Lord. The beginning of that wisdom is the fear of the Lord. So that's why we talk about a lot of the calamities coming that he's going to bring on the earth to put Jake in a sense of fear, so he can understand that, this is how we persuade men. Like I said, this is how we persuade you to really get deep in your faith, man. Because this is all you're going to have that's going to keep you stable in that time, because you're going to know what's going on.
Yeah.
Everybody else going to be panicking, man.
Because nobody knew that. The Christians didn't know that Most High killed and he make you alive.
Yeah.
Everybody that get killed, they think it's the devil. See, that's the devil.
And that's just a contradiction in itself, because if you out there and ain't nobody else out there getting raped, what do you think the Lord gonna do with them? If they don't get raped, he gonna kill them.
Yeah.
So it's a contradiction in itself, man.
Like I said,
he even was out there thinking like the Lord don't kill, man.
He didn't forgive Moses. He didn't forgive Pharaoh, did he? Nope. And imagine if these same Christians that was back then during the time of Pharaoh, they would have been like, oh, they're human beings. Well, a lot of them Christians really don't care about nobody. They wouldn't care. They wouldn't have cared. No.
especially the Edomite Christians. It says he is a niggard at his own table. They don't care about nothing else but what's going on in their house. Yeah, they don't care about Jake.
When America bomb other countries, they be like, yeah, let's go. They don't even want to know why we bombing. Why is America bombing these people? They don't even want to look into it. Like, yeah, okay, now I understand. Because America ain't got no reason a lot of times to be bombing, but for greed and all that. Go ahead.
Verse 3. Second Ezra
so that's the American mind state. Just go with anything. Oh, they're celebrity. They got great followings. She's doing a thing. He's doing his thing. They got money. Well, America, they built this country and all that, and they have power and they protecting us and all that. They got a missile defense system, and nah, that shit ain't true. I mean, they do got a missile defense system, but do they know it's gonna work? How you know it's 100% sure if you ain't never used it? Your pride got to say, hey man, I'm hoping it works.
And Ontario in Canada, they're the ones who control most of the power grid of America, and they beefing with Canada right now. So at any point, they can just shut that motherfucker off.
Yeah.
So it's like
you in the mercy. You really in the mercy in the hands of the Most High, and that's what Jake don't understand. When the lights go out in this place, Most High wants it to go out. Go ahead. So if you ain't ready and shit, oh Lord, you wasn't connected with the Lord because you should have been ready.
Yep.
Go ahead.
This is Second Ezra chapter 9 verse 3. Therefore when there shall be seen earthquakes, and uproars of the people in the world.
There have been an earthquake. There have been several earthquakes. There have been a tsunami. Hey, there have been tsunami earthquakes. Remember, it just used to be earthquakes and shit? A lot of times. Now every earthquake is with a tsunami.
Tsunamis, fire tornadoes, everything, man.
Mudslides, sinkholes. Sinkholes are getting bigger. Bridges are falling and shit. Mass death is all over. One brother, I'm coming for it. TMS Virgin Island, Straight Gate. Y'all watch me, shout out to rest of brothers might be tuning in to this. Like the Most High, like people take them as a joke. Like, they say, "Where's thy God?" It says that the fool is saying that, "Where's thy God?" Because everything is invisible, right? Until that wind knock your ass down, and you be like, "Damn, what was that?" That's the Most High. It's angels that steer up. Yeah, you can have a chariot go over a volcano and the volcano will run. Or you can have you can see lightning and all that, and a thunderous storm, and it'll be a chariot in the midst of that. And it'll beam some shit down on your ass. It'll have you running up the street crying for your mother when you're a grown man. Sheesh. Go ahead.
Verse 4, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee.
That days that were before thee. Luke 1:68 says he talked through the mouth of his prophets. They be saying, who are you? You think you God? No, we just messengers, man. We just repeating the Most High.
We gotta go to work after this shit.
Yeah.
There ain't nobody.
You can't disappear and shit.
You gotta believe us more. The fact that we stand in the middle of the shit.
We have a messenger. We have a message for you. World, Esau, 2/3. We reading from the script. We going by the script of the author. Y'all going off script, man. Where does it say that man should know the time, man?
And we gotta deliver the message just like a real mailman. If he gets back to the precinct and he like, damn man, ain't nobody getting no mail today.
Yeah.
Your ass gonna get fined, man.
Yeah, you don't just get kicked out your apartment or your house. You get a eviction notice.
That's why the Most High got Esau. He's puppeteering Esau. Because Esau be on his shit, man. He be like, you don't pay your phone bill, your gas bill, you out. Cut your shit off. But you definitely get a letter. You get an eviction letter. You can't say you didn't see it because they'll let that shit hang out. They'll give you another one. Hey, it's raining or something. They'll give you another one. I didn't get it. You move with the address. We're gonna send it there. Give us your new address. You know what I'm saying? So you gonna hear prophecy no matter where you go. Esau could close his ears. He could put on some headphones. He could turn off the monitors and shit. One day the monitors are gonna come right back on and shit. He's gonna be like, damn, what? It's unplugged. What is
He's gonna have a picture of your outside face on it. Looking mad as hell.
You know?
You're gonna be terrified as a motherfucker.
Then they're gonna look under, and then they're gonna hurry up and run outside and look in the air, and there's gonna be a chariot up there.
The whole thing covering the whole earth.
Yep. Go ahead.
Even from the beginning.
Even from the beginning. Go to that scripture right quick, Luke 1:68, just so they'll know. Because Jake trying to live Lollyland land. He's trying to make this the Disneyland. It's falling apart, and he's trying to make it this. Falling apart, he's trying to make it a mall or a candy store, man. Like, what y'all don't understand that this world is really about to go down, man. Prophecies are really speaking. The war is about to really happen and shit. There's nothing really we could do. We ain't running and shit and going on the, trying to choose a bunker and shit, trying to get together and see if we can get to hold a 2,000 man bunker and shit. We just like whatever it's gonna be, man. Whenever it's gonna start. We don't even know if we're ready, but we're ready in the spirit. It says the flesh is weak, but the spirit is ready. We ready in the spirit. We don't give a fuck in the spirit. Bring that shit whenever it happens, man. Go ahead.
This is Luke chapter 1, verse
maybe 67.
69. It says, they had raised up an horn. Said, blessed be the Lord, power of Israel.
Blessed be the Lord and the power of Israel. This is still New Testament, right? Yep. Still talking about Israel. Still talking about the power of Israel. Not the power of these nations. These gods of these nations are idols, man. And you can see how they act, like what they eat, what they do. They ain't serving no true God, man. You got that all these nations want a next superpower. Yet we haven't even received reparations and shit. We haven't even got just due for our shit, and they want to be the next superpower. No?
Yeah, it says, blessed be the Lord, power of Israel.
And then you gotta slack it, but it just makes me think, man. You got these nations coming over at your job, telling you what to do and shit, trying to be your boss, trying to look down at you and shit. Got the nerve, and you ain't even serving the right. You don't even got a power, man. Your power is idols, man. Fluff idols, man. You seen how the Elamites eat, man? But they'll walk around acting like they gods over you. But they'll make a man a plate with their foot in it, man. Literally, with their foot in it. And they want to get a piece of the pie, man, of the power. That's why the Most High is taking the crowns down when he sent his son back. He's taking all those crowns. Give me that crown, man. And then when they take the crown off their head, he gonna make them bow down. Even the dogs are getting roused up, man. Go ahead.
It says, for he hath visited and redeemed his people.
Yeah, his people, possessor. Redeemed his people, man. Not everybody else. If that was the case, everybody would have been on the viral horn talking about Jesus too. I'm coming too. Even though that Jesus ain't the right one. But these nations ain't doing shit, man. They sitting on their ass. They getting fat too. When Moab come over here, he get fat too. He go to McDonald's too. No? Go ahead.
It says, and have raised up an horn of salvation.
Horn of salvation
for us.
Power of salvation for us. Not them, us. They not like us. Most High is always possessive with Israel, man. He's always saying, I'm talking to you, Israel. I love you, Israel. I chosen you, Israel. You know, I gave you the laws, Israel. Not Act like he just giving the laws to everybody now. Go ahead, because his Christian belief made everybody believe. The Roman Catholic Church, the false prophet, had everybody believing universally that everybody can get saved all across the world by this so-called white man with stringy hair. Go ahead. Hey, remember we read that China is breaking down the mosque because they denouncing the Muslim religion.
Yep, they said this is a mental illness.
It's a mental illness.
See what I'm saying?
So Most High is breaking down these strongholds of these religions.
Yep. Doing that with the so-called Christianity, American Christianity, plantation Christianity, which is basically a watered-down Roman Catholic church. They breaking that down by this they little prophecy not coming to pass. This people say, I don't even know what to believe anymore. They said, there's that one lady, she said, I'm gonna go see what the Muslims talking about. Well, you go see what they talking about. Everybody out there, Moab land, putting that shit down. What you gonna believe in there?
They should be a point of wine. Streets.
Yep.
They looking for that wine, man.
For that wine, man. For that miracle stone.
Yep.
They over there doing a sequel of Passion of Christ over there in the Middle East because there's too much money to do it here for one day in Hollywood. Hey, they running out of purpose here, man.
They running out of movies.
You know?
They running out of everything. They running out of film. Go ahead.
Yep.
They running out of time, man. You know? They ain't got that much time, man. Go ahead. He redeemed his people and raised up a horn of salvation. Because what did that mean? Was salvation belong to the Israelites? And Yahweh Shai told that woman, you worship what you not. Salvation is of the Jews. Mm-hmm. It reiterates that in Romans where it talks about Paul saying, how much advantage does a Jew have over? Much advantage, man. As much as he is the children of God, that he pertained to oracles and pertained to adoption and the covenants and the kingdom of glory and all that, man. So yeah, it's an advantage. That's why they playing us. They getting advantages and shit. Yep. They get benefits and all that.
But when it comes to prophecy, we get the advantage. That's the Judites get the advantage, man. Yep. Starting with the Judites, because that's a seed line of Yahweh Shai, man.
Yeah.
So of course they got an advantage, man.
Yeah. And like they might play us, take our identity, and but one thing that wasn't given unto them, and that's these scriptures, man. That's what they can't inherit.
And that's the one thing
which is the Holy Spirit.
That's the one thing you need, man.
Which is prophecy, because it said Daniel sealed up the time of the book to the time of the end. Man. It's been sealed to these people, but they can't even figure it out. Now there's breakdowns coming. Now we look like the bad guy. Oh, they're lying and shit, because they were never told that. They never could break it down, and they didn't do their diligent study and their diligent work to show themselves approved. Apostles got to keep. Go ahead. On down.
It says, for us in the house of his servant David.
His servant David, rebuilding the tabernacle of David is spiritual now. That's why the so-called white man said, oh, I could do David. Because David is spiritual now. He's working on the outside, we're working on the inside. So when we speak, a lot of stuff our people don't see because it's from the mysteries of the Most High that he put in his servants, prophets, to talk about, to speak out. And now it sounds like a foreign language to our people because they ain't never heard it in the churches. Well, woe to you churches for not. Well, you was blinded. You couldn't see. Yep. You didn't have it. We understand that part, but now your pride kicked in now. So now you feel embarrassed. Now you like, I'm gonna have to just keep on continue to teach this way. Go ahead, teach in the name of Jesus, right? I have to tell my congregation there is a rapture date. They talking about the prophets of doom, but talking about it is going to end. Well, we're going to escape before that. Go ahead.
It says, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets.
How he speak through the mouth of his holy prophets, man. Yeah, y'all ain't the Most High. We ain't the Most High. We the Most High's messengers. We just tell you what's in the book. It tells you that it's going to be perilous time. We're going to get that. It tells you that's going to be like a time of no other that had ever been. It It tells you that one was come and two woes more come. It tells you when you come to the Lord to serve, like what do you say? Prepare thy soul for temptation. You don't come to the Lord's house and then and chew bubblicious bubble gum and sit on the pews and drink cranberry juice and eat crackers all day and search for Easter eggs and all that. That's a serious thing. You know? The devil is coming at you, man. Satan is coming at you. It was told that Job was an upright man that skewed evil, and that Satan attacked him like crazy, man. That's how the Christians think. They think when you do good, you know what I'm saying? You know, like if you say thank you or do the charities and all that, then you'll start being, you know, rich, and that's the Most High. But what about when your bank account doesn't work or it's crashed or something? What about economy crash? Is that the devil? No, the Most High said those things will come.
Yeah, he said it. Amos 3:6. He said that there'll be evil in the city. Have the Lord not done it? This is what he's doing. This is his orchestration.
And evil means bad times. Yeah, he's done it. He's stirring up men's spirit, and he's stirring up the world for these bad times. Go ahead. That's it. Shit, you might have you never know. You might have a tree that falls on somebody that the tree did. I mean, the Most High allowed the power to be in the tree to fall. It wasn't even cut down or nothing. It just fell on your ass and shit. Or a ground, the Most High said to make that ground open up and it just sinkhole your ass, man, out of nowhere. That's what they saying now, that we ain't never had nothing like this before over here. Well, now it's here. All that school shooting that the so-called white man set up, that he's orchestrating, and the Most High got his finger in the so-called white man's back, puppeteering. He think it's him, but it's the Most High. Go ahead.
So as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began.
Since the world began, man. How you think we know? These average Edomites, these common Edomites, we know them more than they know themselves. Well, that's why we say that. Hey, you know, if you eat them, you go back to your father, go back to her. How you know? Well, because the Most High, our Father told us. You know what I'm saying? Our Father laid down the rules. Hey, stay away from that Esau dude, man. Don't choose none of his ways. Stay away from them heathens. Don't be fucking around like that. Well, man, they got beautiful women, Lord. Well, you can have concubines, but don't worship them gods that they worship.
Yeah, you know, you can, but they still outside the temple, man. Yeah, you know.
Yeah. And you know that's heavy because, like he said, he spake by his holy prophets, which had been since the world began. So that's reincarnation. Yeah. They still here.
Yeah.
You know, on the scene.
Yep. And he only gave us the secrets that we needed to know pertaining to salvation and our history. You know, what got us here, man. Yeah. Other than that, all those secrets, the rest of the secrets belong to the Heavenly Father, man. It's like the day when the Lord comes, man.
Because if you think about it, the way they made Abba Bivens seem in the One West, High Priest Ariel, the High Priest Iquab, and Keep My Shot, they made them seem like they were just a part of society and, you know, a part of this religious society movement. Because you had the Muslims out there, you had 5%, you had all those people out there. Nah, that was a boom in the earth. That was like came from heaven, like boom. Now the seal is open. Now Esau's on hella borrowed time,
and they don't get it because it said he raised 14 apostles last, man. They wasn't gonna be here straight up right off the jump, giving out the prophecies, man. He was gonna let everybody else come out here and make sure. 1 Corinthians 11:19, that prophecy comes back. So it must be false heresies among you. So whenever he bring the apostles, we were able to be able to see the way.
Yeah.
But there had to be all this other false stuff set up, man.
And all those things, all those intricate, complex things that happen from One West to now, it had to be because it's a process of time. It's a build-up, and now people understand that, like, there has to be dissension. There has to be wolves in sheep's clothing. It has to be unawares that come in and shit. You think we just gonna just all come together and go straight forward to the door? And
that's how it's gonna be. The apostles came last, so was Yahushua. He gonna come after everything come to pass, man. Yeah. Just before this place get destroyed, he gonna come back and get his elect, man.
Yeah. Because if he would have came back in the Roman days, we would. I mean, you know, we was there, but the fulfillment of these things, of the arrows coming from one end of the earth to another.
Yeah, that's talking about missiles.
Yeah, that wouldn't have
no arrow. In case you know arrow across the other ends of the earth, man.
Exactly.
That's talking about the missiles.
So prophecy had to come, man. And then what did it say? Most High said these things shall come past. It ain't no way it won't. The World War III, people are trying to avoid that. I wish we can all get along and free Palestine and all that. No, it has to happen. No, it's going to happen. It has to happen, boy.
But you know, going in like you said.
Oh, what did it say? It said the righteous shall be scarcely saved.
Yep.
How are you gonna just be in the field and you just gonna be beamed up and shit? Like you gonna be, there's gonna be some shit going down, during that time, man.
Yep. Yep.
Go ahead.
This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 20. And it reads, but pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day, because it's going to be hell, man. Yeah, Jake, better get your jackets ready, because it could happen. If Jacob's trouble pop off, and it's 10 degrees outside, man. We got to be ready for that, man. Because Esau going to pull up on us, you know, and you know, that's why the Lord brings us together, so we can make sure each brother that's around us and our people is ready for that time, man. Because some brothers ain't as fortunate as others, man. So the Lord puts us together to where everybody ready, man. We all body. We got to be ready together. And you know, and that's when we ain't like the Christians, man. We think about our people, man.
And if you're wicked, and you're gonna have a conviction of heart on the Sabbath, because it's gonna be aligned with a prophecy, and you're gonna be like, oh, this is what they were talking about, because it's more those days that we talk about, man, are important to the Most High that people take for granted. And then even so, when you're out there in the field and there's a swine sandwich, it's gonna fuck with your mind to eat it. But you gotta be strong and fight it and say, nah, man, I can't do that. You know? Because what our people back then, they was getting thrown in the lion's den, they was getting beheaded and all that. The Maccabees, remember the Maccabee sons. So some people gonna be like, oh, forgive me, Lord. You know, I know, you know, I'm hungry. And the Lord might have your ass struck, man.
Yeah.
No? Go ahead.
Verse 21, for then shall be great tribulation.
Then shall, like what about the Day of Atonement is coming? What if it came out where it was no food, like a famine, and Day of Atonement came? You ain't supposed to, you know, supposed to afflict your soul. We don't eat or drink or whatever. You know, that's why the Most High is continue to prepare us, because you can say a lot of shit until it hits, man. So you want to make sure your word is right according to the scriptures, according to what you think about and how you think about and say about the Most High and His Son. Well, because it wouldn't say they didn't consider it. They didn't consider the last end. They didn't consider the later days. That would affect them. Go ahead.
Such as what? Not since the beginning of the world.
Not since the beginning of the world, but you know how many crazy things that have been going down since the world began? Men, like, you know, nation against nation, but it says that nation against nation, and famines and shit, and people selling children and shit, and beheadings and all that. It's gonna be worse than all that. Go ahead.
To this time, no, nor ever shall be.
No, never ever shall be, man. You know, and that lets you know too that this is the last time. This is the big kahuna of it all.
Yeah, the big bamboo.
Yep. This is that. It's gonna be the hardest test. The last test is the hardest, man. Like, because your body's already been afflicted. Like, man, hopefully I can get past this, because it hurts more.
Yep, it hurts more. Jake got to learn to play injured, man. No, come on.
We teaching the Bible, man.
We're talking about the time of 12 tribes of Israel. But a lot of people don't have the understanding of it's not a color thing. We look like all nations, but you got to be from the seed line of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
I was just curious. You guys have a
You too.
You don't want to hear a little bit?
Oh, no, I'm going home. I took off.
All right.
Can't catch me on that.
All right, let's go. You just got a beard on.
Esau trying to hide this day too. Trying to disguise himself. Let me grow a beard, maybe I might be called up.
Hey, if you Jake, you gonna stay and listen and bitch. Hey, they don't understand what you walk up on to see them. Hey, that's it. You don't inquire what's going on. Hey. Always coming your way.
If you start to think about it, you can say, be like, they start attacking you.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like that's what I'm saying. People be like, oh, we love the Lord, but I just got off work, man. I ain't got no time for the Lord today, man. What do you say? Don't put off day to day, man. Don't do that. We got to work today too. We ain't gonna put off, man. We gonna serve the Lord. Verse 22, except those days should be shortened.
And those days be short, man.
Go ahead. There should no flesh be saved.
No flesh be saved. Because what it say, they're going to be like Sodom and Gomorrah. What happened to them? Brimstone, fire. They got hit with fire, man, which is going to hit this place. This is spiritual Sodom. It's going to hit this place, man. Sarah Connor's out here. You don't want to be caught up in that, man. In the radiation and all that shit. Go ahead.
But for the elect's sake,
for the elect's sake, that's where it talks about the elect. Where it talks about the elect. Most High was dealing with the elect back then, in the Old Testament. Go ahead.
Those days shall be shortened.
Those days shall be short, man. Because what the elect is crying out, right? He said, if you hear if my people, if they cry out for me, I'll hear them. I hear their prayers. We're the only ones that's crying, man. You were in prison with, you know what I'm saying, stuck around with unbearable shit. Like, that's the way we crying out, man. Because the spirit, the way we see in the spirit, is like we can see it directly in front of us and shit, man. Like the Matrix shit. I had to go back to the Matrix. It's you feel it when you pay your taxes. When you go to work. When you go to church, he said, wool that have been pulled over the eyes to blind you from the truth. What truth? That you a slave, man. The only way you getting out of here is the freedom of living of Yahweh Yahushai will ultimately be free from these shackled chains, his bondage of shackles and chains in his flesh.
Everlasting darkness, yeah.
Because no man can fly above this. But one day we hope we are able to. Yeah, it's gonna be chariots first. That's order. You can't just fly and float away and shit. No, you're going straight. Most High, you going straight to the Father.
Yeah, you going straight to the Heavenly Father and His Son. You gonna get them that debriefing.
Yep.
We gonna probably toast. Yahushua been waiting to toast one with his men. His flock. Probably toast. Watch America burn. Then be like, all right, you finna go get Moab, everybody else over there on the other side. Go get Esau. It'll be Amalek.
You never know. It might be a certain kind of boom when we land. When we come in them chariots, they're gonna be like, those are gods. Those are the gods. They said it would happen, and it happened. Because everybody know about the prophecies. Go ahead.
Because before Yahushua returned, it's recorded in the scriptures that Esau would be denuded, which is being found out, and that's part of his doctrine, his philosophies, Christianity, so they been found a lot. They've been that Christian and that pastors has been revealed, man. That they're phonies, they're fakes, See, they took a hard loss, and hey, I believe you got people, waking up to that.
Yeah, they doing too much moving around, man.
Yeah.
They going places, traveling and all that. It don't take that.
Yeah, come on.
Most High said, be still.
Yep.
Go ahead.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 21. It says, and if thou say in thine heart, how shall we know the word which the Lord hath not spoken? When a prophet speaketh in the name of the Lord, if the thing follow not, nor come to pass, that is the thing which the Lord hath not spoken. But the prophet has spoken it presumptuously. Thou shalt not be afraid of him.
Yeah.
You see, so
they used to try to make us fear by predicting times and dates and shit. And the end of the world is coming at this date. Be prepared. Then they got so-called Jesus like this and shit. Hey, we're gonna be afraid of a guy with his arms out for hugging, for pillow talk and shit. Nah, if you see our still man, you're gonna be like, man,
We sitting there smiling with Mr. Clean selling fucking dishwashers and shit.
yeah, in a rock band and shit. Yeah. Oh shit, gotta play Jesus. I didn't miss my job.
That's why people, when they tell them, they like, man, I don't believe that. Every time we tell them, they don't believe that because it don't sound right.
Yeah. Martin Luther King was an example. He was talking about all little children, so-called black boys and all that BS, and he was right there with the Jewish people. And next thing you know, he got put to death. It said, if a dreamer of dreams, that prophet should be put to death. Because I had a dream. That little boy was, that ain't according to prophet. You try to line it up with the scripture and say, nah, they are enemy. Go ahead.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 6. And it reads, now, brethren, if I come unto you speaking with tongues, which is just speaking, interpreting in dark sayings, or if we speaking in the Hebrew, we gotta explain it to you. If you speak in English, we have to explain it to you. That's what it means to speak in tongues, not what they doing in the church. Yeah, nobody can understand what they saying.
Yeah, because this is a different tongue too. When it says spiritual sodomy in Egypt, we gotta tell you it's America. Yep. See, that's how that's translated. Because it sounds like a foreign language to y'all. It's like, it could be America.
Yeah, and every time, I've been certain people who be asking about the Bible, when you read it in the King James Version, they be like, yeah, I can't even understand that. I don't even know what that's saying. They can't understand it, man. So what shall I profit you?
Like when it said Matrix, it said Cypher said, he said, what is that? That Matrix, he said, yeah, I just see brunettes and blondes and shit. He don't really even try to decipher.
Yeah, he don't even know what it is. He's like, it's just that. Yeah, blue head, red head.
Yeah. Anyway, want some coffee?
Want to see the woman in the red dress?
Yeah, that's the way the preachers are, man. They try to break it down, but not. Go ahead.
So, what shall I profit you? Except shall I speak to you either by revelation, or by knowledge, or by prophesying, or by doctrine.
Because we have brothers and our other Israelite men and women that look like other nations. They grew up speaking Chinese, Portugal, or whatever. They don't understand. So we have to interpret that to them about who the enemy is, about America, spiritual sodomy, because they read the Bible too. They got a Chinese King James. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when it's a lot of Christians over there, man, that read the Holy Bible, Moab, Elam, so they got to read it in their language. But even in their language, it still don't say America. So we gotta tell them that it's America.
And Esau making it where basically they got these headphones now. When you put them in, it'll basically somebody speaking in another language, it'll speak to you in your language, do the damn thing, man. So they could watch one of the videos and just stick that thing on and hear everything we saying, man. It's to the point where the Lord making it to where, you know, it ain't gonna be no excuse that you didn't get the truth, man.
Like you said, like an example, yeah, because if they read it themselves, it wouldn't say America. But if they heard us say it, you know, and understand it through the breakdown, then they would understand. Because the Elam, if they read in Chinese the same thing as the King James Bible, it's gonna say Sodom and Egypt. It ain't gonna say America.
Yep.
So they have to be told that that's talking about America.
And if anybody there is of the elect, the Lord's gonna make sure that they get it.
Yep.
We ain't gonna have to go out there and be like come right in their face and shit. Like the Lord's gonna make them where they come into the truth, just like we did.
So what did it say? Everything is named, right?
Yep.
So when they talk about Egypt and Sodom, they know what they talk about. I mean, they know what Egypt and Sodom is, but they don't know that it's America. Go ahead.
So verse 7, and even things without life-giving sound, whether pipe or harp,
like this truth, or piping and harping, but if it's an unfamiliar sound, it ain't a sound of war, it ain't a sound of warning, it ain't a sound of message, then they're gonna be relaxed. They're gonna get blown up, but they're gonna blame it on us. But their blood is gonna be on us because we didn't want it.
Yeah, that's what it said. Like it said, we piped unto you, but you didn't dance. So we gave you the sound.
Yeah, it's like I always think about that when you with your mom and your wife. Like, baby, I wrote a song. You know what I'm saying? If she ain't dancing, like, to dance to the song. This is one of my favorite songs. Okay, let's go. How your wife not gonna like your music and shit, your songs and shit? You know? But that's how you know they ain't our people. They ain't gonna like the song.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Except they give a distinction in the sounds.
Distinction in the sounds. Hey, when you sit down with your father and he plays a guitar or something, he really can't play that good, but he can play a little tune or something. You gonna be like, hey, my father, that's the most beautiful guitar playing I ever heard. I don't care if you heard of Jimi Hendrix and shit and Sly and all them. Who was that other? Some great, because it's your father. So that's how we think about the Most High, man. Not that he slacks like any of that, or he's, but he got uncomely parts because of his elect. We're uncomely in the world. We're uncomely a little bit to the Most High. He's fixing us up. When he see us, he looks at us like, man, I'm gonna fix you up even more because your uncomely parts are making beautiful. And it's a process of time. He's working with it. Go ahead.
How shall it be known what is pipe or harp?
Yeah, how shall it be known as pipe and harp, man? Like, you gotta make somebody understand the meaning of the song. And people write a book, they be like, I understand it, but I understand, but what did you mean by that when you said that word right there? Because some things are just secret to you. Some things mean a certain thing to you with a perceptive of somebody else. I thought you meant, okay, that's what you meant. So that's what the Most High is teaching his saints, that what he meant by things. How he laid it down, the law. What he giving the prophets the law for. Go ahead.
Verse 8, where if the trumpet give an uncertain sound,
if you got playing dance music and celebration music, people gonna be dancing. Then when the bomb goes off, they gonna be like, "Damn, I didn't even what happened." I thought we was and then they found out that you the one that was supposed to give the sound of the trumpet. They gonna be like, "You had all the instruments,
you ain't play shit.
You didn't play no Prophet of Doom song. You didn't tell us that this was a sad song, man." We say, "Time of Babylon, they hung their heart." Because how can we sing a song of the Lord in a strange land, bro? So we're singing a song of the Lord in a strange land, but it's a song to get prepared for judgment, man. Because back then we used to want to fiddle around and dance and sit. Hey, the so-called Native Americans and Gadites, they had the war dance. They said, let's fucking shit. We gonna dance in the war. We ain't gonna put that act like it's we celebrating. When we stepping and dancing, it's for war, man. Go ahead.
Who shall prepare himself to the battle?
Who shall prepare himself for the battle and shit? You remember that we always talk about it. A few times when you were in high school, you had the battle of the bands. And then you hear that bass drum and it echoes. I used to love that shit, man. But that was war. They was marching and shit. That was war, but to them in high school it's fun, you know. You got the team playing, that's entertainment, the football people are playing. But now we in the band, Most High put us on a different level of band. We out of high school now. We in senior college. We, apostles and scholars. You know, they now that the song is for war. Now the entertainment is real and shit.
This is a different type of war. It's gonna be a war like no other. I'll get Isaiah 9:5. Yep. Isaiah 9:5. This is the battle that we're telling Jacob to prepare for, man.
That's prophecy. Isaiah 9:5.
Yeah, man, that's coming up. That battle is something serious, man.
He didn't even tell nobody that scripture. You know it's gonna be go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 9, verse 5. For every battle the warrior is with confused noise.
With confused noise, shields and bucklers, and swords and all that. You don't know what's going on. You're like, who's getting stabbed up, butchered and all that. You just hear that noise, like, damn, what's going on? Go ahead.
Yeah, and garments rolled in blood.
Garments rolled in blood. After they fight, they roll up the garment of blood. And then some of the soldiers that had passed away that had blood in their garments, they do it in American style, you know. So they got that pretty much booked. They roll our garments in blood. It's kind of like a set up a commemoration because the soldiers shed blood for this cause. Yep. That's why the Most High is going to count worthy the martyrs. Yep. Go ahead. But that's how they use the war. 300 Tron. What is that? The Braveheart. Yep. What is that? Some of those other ones.
You got the 13 Warrior.
Yep. The one we watched. We had the Hammer. Who was that? We were watching. Yeah, he had that hammer and it came to him and he'll come to me, man. Y'all know what I'm talking about? No, we watched it. Because you said the King's something. King's the King's and then he had they said that it was stuck in his sword was stuck in that rock.
Oh, you talking about King Arthur? Yeah.
They were battling like that too. Yeah. I knew it was something King.
Yeah, you said the hammer. Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, you know, I was,
Yeah, that's the
King. If it ain't a hammer, it's a sword. You know, it's all it's
Yeah, it says, but this shall be with let me read that over. It says, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
Burning and fuel of fire, man. That's nuclear war. Burning and fuel of fire. That's nuclear war, man. And everybody got a bomb. That's what Prince said before he died out on one of his songs. He said, everybody got a bomb. Says that people are prepared to fight. Then he said, party like it's 1999, who's party overtime. Because everybody was on that year 2000. You know what I'm saying? Because they was like, you know, that's how you supposed to be though. You're supposed to think every day is you know, that day. This could be the day, man. They some major go down. Could be the day they turn off the lights. You know, everybody thinking they got time. Like, yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen within 10 years. Who are you? Go ahead. Okay. Oh, what do you say? He's short in time for his elect sake. Yep. So the more we cry out and Lord, please, Baba Kashat, he's gonna be like, all right, it's time. So my son. You know, one day like you homeless and you're a kid and shit, you don't know where to go. You crying outside of your pop's door all day, you fall asleep, and then he opened the door like, I need a drink of water and shit. I need, you know. And when you open that door, you in. So that's what we're doing, crying and sighing for all the abominations that we just done.
Going back to Matthew chapter 24, verse 23. Then if any man shall say unto you, lo, here is Hamashiach.
Yep, low here and there, and they do it all the time. They have Jesus on the buildings. They have the lit up cross on the hill and shit. You know, they say, gather here, gather there. The Lord is in this place. This is the Lord's house. Most High said clearly, which all temples shall you build for me? He dwelleth not in temples made with hands. That's clear, man. But they still, what does that mean? What does that mean? Like some things are easy to be understood, right? And it says that some things are easy to be understood. Mm-hmm. Some things are more complex, parabolic. Some things are more metaphoric. But hey, he dwelleth not in temples made with hands. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Or there,
or here or there. Like coming to this wilderness, we're about to get caught up at. Oh shit! Hold on! Oh wait! Hold on! Ain't time yet.
So that wouldn't even make difference. You have to ask them, is it Eastern time zone or Pacific time zone?
Exactly.
It's different time zones.
I was late, motherfucker, because I was on the East Coast.
You guys be kidding me, man. Hell no. Man, Chris is bugging out. Bro. Believe it not.
Believe it not, man. No, believe it not. It says believe it not every spirit too. And then, you know, like you said, like when you stepped into the churches, you be like, I mean, right about this shit, yo. It didn't grab your soul, and then hey, they can, hey, y'all want to say who we out there was? The Most High didn't give y'all. The Holy Spirit wasn't dealing with y'all then. Nah, because we were sincere about our shit. We wanted to learn and know, and we listened to y'all for some of us years, and then went to another Christian religion.
Hey, what's going on?
You Baptist over here, you Pentecost over here, you Orthodox over here,
Methodist over there. They ain't trying to do the Jehovah's Witnesses. It's just all of them just didn't sound right, man. So we were just like, you know what? I'm just gonna fucking go to work. And they're gonna go to work, man. And it became the truth.
Yeah. And they all didn't teach the same shit.
Yeah, man.
Some of them worship Halloween, and others like Halloween, yeah. But then they worship this other shit. Go ahead.
Verse 24. So there shall also arise false Hamashiachs.
False Hamashiachs, false anointed ones, false Christ. It says that Christ in the bed. We know it to be anointed ones. You can act like you're anointed. Even when the what's that? The Pope come over here, he gets so-called anointed. They do that thing and shit with the oil and shit. He's one of the worst human beings, worst beings. Because he ain't human. Worst beings on earth. And Roman Catholic shit is the false prophet, man. It'll have your ass jacked up. That's why a lot of Latin tribes are jacked up like they are, man. They be heading dismembering people in the drug game, man. Because they grew up in this Catholic shit.
Yep. Yeah. There shall rise false Hamashiachim.
Hamashiachim, false Christ. Go ahead.
Yep. False brethren. Yep. And false prophets. And shall show great signs and wonders.
Yeah, because a lot of them got the money to do it. A lot of these false prophets got money. They rich, man. And then you know how they performing miracles and shit, making the dude fall down, and then the woman she no longer can She no longer got a hip problem or ankle problem. She can walk down and shit, run, and she run down around the church and shit.
Oh, and that shit fake as hell.
It's fake as hell. Hey, when Yahweh was doing his miracle, they try to say that he was casting out spirits by the prince of devils, but then they was seeing some shit that was real because the people cried out, they spirit cried out. Like, man, he healed me, man. I don't give a damn what y'all say, man, that y'all been following him. Man, healed me. And they convicted their spirit like, damn, they serious. We just joking and shit. We we like Bell and the Dragon we were talking about. But it's really let somebody really pop up and shit. Let somebody pop up out of a casket and be raised from the dead. Everybody gonna run out the church. But I thought y'all believed that y'all was shot the Son of God. He raised people from the dead. So they ain't gonna be ready for the miracles that the Most High's children gonna do. They're gonna be like, oh shit, he's a devil.
Yep.
Go ahead.
And so much that if it were possible,
if it was possible, not that it's possible, yeah. Like Mission Impossible, Tom Cruise is gonna be Mission Impossible for their ass. Go ahead.
They shall deceive the very elect.
Yeah. They got AI, they got Ruby Project, they got a lot of other shit. They got, like you said, they got liars, infiltrators, unawares, spying out our liberty, lying and shit. You know, like we said, they got voice modulars, whatever you call them. You know, that sound like a brother and shit. Hey, Shalom. You go over there, and there's a bush, snapping your ass apart.
Yeah.
You gotta be, suckling back. Because they got all this shit around us, man. This is war, like you said. Circumspect about who you talk to. It might be at your job. They can send somebody at your job. Go ahead.
Behold, I have told you before.
I told you before.
Verse 26, wherefore if they shall say unto you, behold, he is in the desert.
Yeah, he's like that dude said. He's in the wilderness.
He's in the mountains. We're gonna get raptured right here in the mountains. Come up here.
Remember that David Koresh thing? I don't know if y'all remember that. He said he was Jesus. They followed him. And he killed him. Yep, had a whole following. It's called the Davidian people and shit. And then the Jim Jones thing, they followed him and got poison out there.
Yep.
He's like, let's go to the field. Everybody drink this drink. It kind of just smell like poisonous to me. No, that's the potency of the Lord. Whatever you say.
Died like a motherfucker.
It's different than the board out there. Because, the prophets are not going to be gimmicky. They're not going to be a quarter personality. They're not going to be like sneak off somewhere and and go to this place and busy bodies and shit.
Yeah, you're gonna see us kind of stationed. We're
Yeah.
gonna be in specific sanctuaries, and outside of that, we right down the street getting ready to go get whatever we need, our daily bread, and then we back to the work, man.
You ain't gonna see us on TV moonwalking in money and the power of the Lord. You ain't gonna see us
You
doing
gonna see
that.
all that.
We here to teach the word. That's it. But hopefully we edify him. Go ahead.
Go not forth.
Go not forth, man.
And then it says, behold, he is in the secret chambers.
He's in the secret chambers. Go ahead.
Believe it not.
Believe it not. Oh, he's in the secret chamber, man. You know what I'm saying? I know where the Lord is. Come follow me.
Especially if they got it on a flyer and there's an address on there, Jake.
Yeah.
Don't go there.
Yeah.
Don't go there.
Especially if it's a Sergio Bourgeois on that motherfucker. Like,
he like this.
yeah.
This motherfucker
Like,
through,
man. I ain't going nowhere where Sergio Bourgeois is going.
Ain't going nowhere this motherfucker at.
Like they showed this one clip where it was in this. It might have been Cambodian. It might have been when the so-called white people when a so-called white woman showed up. Everybody ran. The children ran. They were like,
oh yeah,
from 4 to maybe 3 to 6 to 7. They were running, man.
Yep. And then they over here thinking that they got all this stuff, making it seem like good old Jesus is the most powerful man on the earth. I seen one shirt. It had him with some boxing gloves and the devil has some boxing gloves. They look like they was in to have a boxing
on,
match.
man.
Like, what the hell is this shit, man? Who the hell came up with this shit, man?
Come on, man.
Hell no, man.
You ain't gonna be in the kingdom talking about.
And the devil
Remember?
he had red horns and he had the
Remember?
red. Like,
Remember,
man,
son of God. Remember, you had them boxing gloves on, Lord. Remember that flyer you had. You might get
no,
Go ahead.
crazy.
I'm
as
making
hell.
a joke, but, you know. Come on, man. Yahweh Shai wasn't in those places of gimmicks, man.
Yeah, at all, man.
Wasn't a part of all gather
We're talking
around
about
and
the
let's.
power of the universe. What the fuck would he have some
Yeah.
boxing gloves on? Verse
Remember
27.
that's what Preacher Foley did in Vampire in Brooklyn. He said, "Let's do this out in the dawn." And had everybody saying, "Evil is good." That same thing them false preachers be telling you, man. We telling you evil is evil and good is good. We setting it right back in order, man.
Yeah.
What you thought was evil is really good. So we gotta interpret that for you because you've been taught wrong.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's
Go
why
ahead.
they said my children my people are Sodom's children.
Yeah. Foolish.
They have none understanding.
Yeah.
They need to be led.
They have not known his ways.
Yeah.
Yep. Go ahead.
Guided.
Yeah.
Same thing.
That's to be taught.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
For as the lightning cometh out of the east and shineth even unto the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
That's mighty power right there.
So he ain't gonna just be in one spot, man. Everybody is gonna see him, man. So when they telling you he's just right here, that don't make no sense, man. Everybody is gonna see him. You know?
Yeah, because even when us being set up in those sanctuaries or stationary, we still know that what it say when these things come to pass. Look up. We ain't getting on no bus back to Africa and by somebody, an African, calling his name Jesus and shit. Or what if somebody claimed that he's that Jesus that came and that they cut up and shit, dismembered? What if he said he was him? And I'm going to gather the children on the bus and take them back to Africa. I ain't following his ass.
Yeah, no.
Because he ain't him. Because it said, when these things come, look up your salvation. That's our salvation.
Yeah.
We ain't going to be, what it say? We ain't going to be delivered no other way. We ain't going to be delivered by man, no sword. You know?
And he knew, he showed exactly how we was going to be saved, man.
Yep.
We go a little bit more down.
Yep.
But it says, verse 28, for wheresoever the carcass is, there will the eagles be gathered together. And which will be in a lot of places, man, because it said in Jeremiah, it'd be dead bodies from one end of the earth to the other, man. There's going to be dead bodies everywhere, man. In the same way how it's going to be when the Lord comes, he's going to have his elect gathered together in certain areas, man.
Yeah.
He's going to have them gathered together, man.
And those eagles is the angels.
Yeah.
So they talking about that word. They ain't see. They not get. They just saying that they just gonna disappear. Well, it's a way that the elect is gonna be caught up into the air, man.
Yeah.
You know,
they're gonna be gathered together. And we angel, because angel means messenger. It's a lot.
Yeah. You know, and they think the power of the Lord is limited. It's gonna be great power, man. It's gonna be simultaneously big shit going down with the spirit too, the vibration, the frequencies of the place being changed. So, it's motherfuckers it's motherfuckers doing incredible things on TikTok right now.
Yep.
YouTube, like, damn, how you do that? Because the Most High is enhancing this thing. He's leveling it up, the magnitude of this thing, So pretty soon, I will. And it's not far-fetched that we're gonna be changed into having more body.
Verse 29, immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. The missiles, man. The missiles gonna come down. Verse 30, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory.
Chariot, Lord of hosts, Lord of armies.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Verse 31, and he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet.
There's another scripture that say the figs falling from the tree.
Yep.
Those are those missiles.
That's some missiles, man.
Go ahead.
And they shall gather together his elect from the four winds.
That's what's happening now. Go ahead.
From one end of heaven to the other.
Yeah.
He's gathering us to understand it first. You know, that's what's happening right now. So if you're not getting this understanding, and it's a very small chance that you are the elect, man. No chance.
And that's how it usually is. You get the word comes out first, and then the action.
Yep.
The fishers and then the hunters. It's a process. Yep. So when what did it say? The word became flesh. Flesh dwelt among men. But who was the word? Yahweh Shai, and he became an angelic force, man. He said, I will not meet thee as a man, man. So they're gonna have to deal with some great power. And miserably you lose, man. Because it ain't no competition with Satan. Satan works for the Most High. If you Christians didn't understand that, he works for the Most High. Spiritual demon Satan works for, he's in order with the Most High. You know? So everything is going to have Most High planning, man. So Yahweh Shai is on his way. We're talking about traveling to with the strength of his greatness, coming with a sword, not with peace. Esau is still on that planet. Most High hates Esau. There shall be a sacrifice in Basra, which is America. That's another code word, man. America is modern day Basra. Basra is America. This place is going to be sacrificed with fire. You know how they sacrifice the children. You know the children. They go take children through the fire as a sacrifice. Well, this is going to be taken through the fire. And taken in the fire, the lake of fire, as a sacrifice. And it's going to be a sweet savior to the Most High, because it's the destruction of the wicked to us too. Most High willing, we in the chariot, we're going to be looking down. And it's going to be sweet to us. Because that's the wicked. That's where the wicked is. Nope. That's the come, man. That hasn't happened yet. Jacob hasn't became immortal, right? He's still on the planet. They play Jacob. So Esau got to still be on the planet. Because if they were if they were Jacob, they wouldn't have war. There wouldn't be no war. They would have spiritual powers. They still operating by bombs, man. They still going the Oppenheimer route and shit. They wouldn't have to do that if they was in their kingdom. If that prophecy talked about them being in the kingdom, and they would, Jacob would rule forevermore. That's talking about us. When that happens, then you're gonna know the difference. Then you're gonna see what things are, what things that came to be according to prophecy. Go ahead, y'all got some.
I just had some few articles.
Yeah, go.
Well, there was Netanyahu. He was at the United Nations. He was talking to the United Nations. A bunch of the delegates just walked out the room, man. They walked out the room. A whole bunch of delegates just got him and was like, we ain't even trying to hear your ass. They walked out the room, man. So we seeing that hatred come towards these Amalekites, man, on a mass scale, man. You got a lot of them, like we said, they're not giving them no more money, man, for them business what they doing in Gaza, man.
And I've seen some of the average Edomites, maybe some executives, maybe lawyers, I don't know, but they be on the common board. Some of those retired military men, some of the what do you call them? The fat boys with the beards and shit, they just living off the land or farm. They be like, when they talk about the evil and wickedness of the world and what they're doing and sacrificing people and talk about Hollywood, they post a picture of the Jewish people, small hat, the rats, the Jews.
Yep, and you know they got
so they know who this guy is.
Yep, and you know they got you got Bill Gates. He's in Apple, right? They're trying to patent telepathy and it's like telepathy or something like telecommunications when it comes to telekinesis, man. They're trying to patent that because they're doing the same thing that Elon Musk is with the Neuralink. They're finna make it to where you can look at the iPhone with your eyes and control it with your brain, man. And it's gonna take that MOTV, man. So they implementing that right now, trying to get that set up. You know, they the #1 most selling phone company in the earth, man. So of course they're gonna get down with that, man.
Bet. Maybe that Elon Musk, Bill Gates, all them like men. They probably some children of those Oppenheimer people that came over here, those 1600 Germans that came over here. Yep, you never know, bet. You know,
and then you got, you know, Ezekiel 38 playing out, you know, going into Russia, you know, Putin and them, they got their eyes on the land of Israel, man. They got the eyes on the small hats, man.
Yeah.
Because he bound to destroying them, man. They grip that they have on America, Babylon the Great. So that's gonna be the main person they really come at first, man. And then after that, they're gonna look over here, man.
See, and that
it's getting set up, man.
Yeah, and the false prophet probably he could have said that when they dig them the Jewish people out of the underground, they could have said, oh, that's referring to the prophecy of we're gonna dig them out of them holes. See, somebody that say something like that, you gotta be ready for that shit. They ain't talking about that.
Now a lot of these we know, like we talked about it, you know, throughout this week about how the little Captain Crunch situation is what they did last time in Old Rome to build it back up to try to make them come back to this love of Christianity. But they prophecies are not coming to pass, man. So whatever they doing is to the point where it's showing that, you know, it ain't working out. It ain't working out just like last time. Man, they trying to bring that morale back, and it's not working, man.
Yeah, the spell is wearing off. Witchcraft is wearing off, bro.
And you got another one. They got we'll see how it plays out, but they got another they building a sex trafficking RICO case against the Kardashians. They saying this one's gonna be worse than Diddy. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. A lot of these rich people are starting to be found out. Miseries are coming on them, man. Their names are being charged.
And you had that thing with Uganda. They outlawing sodomy, man.
Yep.
So the Most High is bringing the ancient things back in this earth.
Yep.
You know? And then a lot of them heathens gonna be like, shit. They're gonna look to the left with Esau, and they're gonna look to the right at Jacob. They're gonna be like, I don't want to get. They want to get to the field early and shit. You know, some of them like, I'm tired of being an executive. You know, I'm tired of being a mayor, prime minister, executive, whatever. I'm tired of being a cabinet of this wicked thing and shit. They might bow out, you know, because they don't want to be, because they know the prophecies are true. They don't want to be like coming back reincarnated into one of the harshest, you know,
slaves there's ever gonna be.
You know, so some of them will make them afraid by terror. We're reading the terror of the Most High. We don't have no terror weapons. You know, we don't have no terror cards. But all this comes from the Most High, man. He's making men afraid through prophecy, who is our word. You know, so hey, what do you say? King of terrorists, man. You know, so y'all gotta pay attention and be circumspect about who you listen to in the day, because this is a great time of deception. AI, false prophets, teachers, preachers, presidents, you know, musicians, they pass the spell. They all in the political seats now. You know? So, hey, hopefully it was edifying. Why don't you tune in? Don't tune in. Blessings. We'll give all praises to your
Oh, Hashem, Yahweh, Hashem,
Rakhdayah, Rakhdayah, Shai, double honors to Apostle, elders, the great millstone. Most I take to the brother, teach word for the hopeful election to be elect, most I will. The hope for extended elect, Shalom, blessings, man, women, and children. Shalom.
Shalom.